This is the Sunday motivational video. Every Sunday, we bring you a different type of video which should improve your life. Today, we're looking at 15 jobs that can make you a millionaire. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello, Aluxers. Excited for a new Sunday video? Billionaire is the new millionaire, so how difficult is it today to become a millionaire? Shouldn't be that hard, should it? Unlike in the past when you had to build and establish a business to have hundreds of employees and massive sales, these days you can get to 7 figures by just having a better paying job. With this idea in mind, we dug around to find out what your best bets are at getting paid the big bucks. Something interesting we found out while putting together this video is that specific specializations of the well-known high-paying jobs now pay even better than before, and there are a couple of new jobs that were not available in the past that are quite lucrative. Although we have an international audience, we based the research on the United States, just to keep all these jobs on the same scale. The numbers might dramatically differ in your geography. Just keep that in mind as we move forward. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. With that said, here are the 15 jobs that can make you a millionaire. Number 1. Plastic surgeon and specialized doctors. The salary of plastic surgeons is $250,000 and up. The highest paid doctors are radiologists, cardiologists, and orthopedic surgeons, which average $400,000 a year. As you would expect, neurosurgeons or brain doctors also get paid close to $400,000 per year. So, why mention plastic surgeons before them? Because it's a lot more lucrative and profitable these days. Plastic surgery is everywhere. More than $16 billion was spent on adjustments last year, and it's growing year over year, especially in the age of social media. It's one of those specializations that's easiest to get into from the medical field, and you can bet that clients will keep on coming. Number 2. Corporate lawyer. Salary $200,000 and up. If you're good, you can be a millionaire 5 years into your corporate job. All you need to be is productive for the corporation you work for. Out of all the specializations, here are the 3 most lucrative: mergers and acquisitions, intellectual property, and patent lawyers. Basically, you need to be a lawyer for a large financial or tech company. The higher the value you can bring them or save them from having to pay, the higher your salary. In big cases, it's not uncommon to get a single payout over $1 million if the case is won. Number 3. An architect. Average salary $100,000. Good architects earn over $250,000 per year. Real estate is booming, always has, always will, with bigger and bigger projects undertaken by developers, companies, and even cities. A single big project can earn you that 7-figure income you're looking for, but unless you're already established in the marketplace, you're unlikely to get it. As with most of the jobs mentioned on this list, because the reward is so big, the competition at the top is fierce. Number 4. Pilots and air traffic control. Average salary $100,000. Average time to $1 million? Less than 10 years. Pilots still get paid good money in an age where they no longer have to do that much. A good pilot earns on average in excess of $300 per hour, while a low-paying pilot brings home over $200. The big surprise for us was air traffic controllers, who earn even more than pilots at an average of $130,000 per year. And out of everything on this list, it's probably the second easiest to get into, however, very stressful. Number 5. Cybersecurity. Application security engineer, $250,000 per year. Everybody else, around $100,000 per year. We're living in the most connected time in history. Everything about you that makes you, you is online, which means there's a lot of money to be taken out of this system. Last year, the personal data of over 140 million Americans was stolen from a credit card company called Equifax. Names, addresses, social security numbers, banking information, everything you would need to steal someone's identity. Big tech companies would not recover after a breach like that, so they're paying really good money to anyone who can bulletproof their tech. The same goes with big pharma companies as well as anything that has to do with intellectual property, patents, research and development. A sophisticated hack could cost the company billions. Even at an individual level, it's never been more important than now to protect your information. We've seen worldwide debates about how much info companies like Google and Facebook have on you and how easy it is to manipulate public opinion. Hackers rely on easy targets, especially if you're traveling a lot. Everything you do online can be monitored and stolen. That's why we had to do something about it. We reached out to the company we personally use, NordVPN, and negotiated the best deal for personal cybersecurity you can get right now. You can get 3 years of internet security at less than the price of one if you go to alux.com/VPN. When you sign up with the code ALUX, you even get a month free to test out how easy it is to start using. So, take your digital security seriously and anonymize your data and location when browsing the internet. Number 6. Marketing managers. Average salary, $150,000. Chief Marketing Officer, over $250,000. Everywhere you look, you see billboards and advertising. We live in such a crowded advertising time, it's harder and harder to stand out. A great marketing executive can make or break a great company. Just look at the rise of Old Spice. The company rised from the ashes through a smart marketing campaign. A 75-year-old company more than doubles in sales in a single year. But marketing isn't all about advertising. It's also about the way the product is designed, the way people perceive it, the way it fits in the market, and how it differentiates from other competitors. A typical marketing director for companies like Pepsi or Coke can earn in the ballpark of $250,000 per year. Number 7. High-end sales. Average salary, $200,000. If you can sell, you'll do great anywhere. A good salesperson will always find work, but this is not about that. It's about those who are really good at what they do and they choose to move toward high-ticket items. Why bother selling cars in a dealership when you could be selling property in Monaco? The percent might be smaller, but the pie is definitely bigger. In order to keep things accessible, we'll not look at the fringe cases, but focus on the top 20%. Here's how much you could earn if you know what you're doing. Real estate sales, over $250,000 per year. Pharmaceutical sales, over $200,000 per year. Software sales, over $150,000 per year. A while back, we did a video called 15 Skills That Pay Off Forever, which you can check out by clicking in the top right corner. Master 2 or 3 of that list, and you should be well off. Number 8. Software developer. Average salary, $150,000, plus stock in the company. We feel like the age of startups has cooled down just a bit. A few years ago, everywhere you looked, someone was starting a company. They've all failed and gone back toward working corporate jobs now. But that period put the emphasis on just how valuable someone who can make things happen actually is. After all, jobs wouldn't have been jobs without Wozniak. Software developers have a unique advantage where they can ask for a percentage of the company in exchange for their services. If the company does well, the developer gets rich in the process. Number 9. Petroleum engineer. Salary, $200,000. Other petroleum jobs pay over $100,000 per year. If there's money to be made, then definitely the pay is great. Just mention oil and you can feel the US getting distracted. So, what's a petroleum engineer anyway? They're the person in charge of developing the plan of drilling in oil and gas fields. They're also trying to figure out new ways of getting all that valuable stuff out of the ground. Although oil and gas pays really well, it does come with one of the highest mortality rates in the world. So it definitely pays better to be one of the smart people sitting on shore. Just watch Deepwater Horizon and you'll understand what we're talking about. Number 10. YouTuber and new media personality. Average salary, peanuts. The best of the best, over $5 million a year. Time to first million, between 2 to 10 years. Well, would you look at that? Yes, new media personalities are cashing in big these days. The barrier to entry is almost non-existent. It's actually free to start, so there's a lot of people trying to get any bit of the pie. That's why it doesn't even make sense to calculate the average earning of your average YouTuber, because on average, they don't earn anything. The big players are at the very top. The few people with the most eyeballs on them get to leverage their platforms for financial gain. The most profitable channel straight off its advertising is probably Ryan's Toy Reviews, earning in excess of $20 million per year. A child unboxing toys. Followed by Dude Perfect, with earnings also in the 20 million range. The currently most subscribed channel on YouTube is PewDiePie, bringing in north of 15 million. But it's not all just YouTube. Ninja and Shroud are crushing the Twitch game. Ninja made close to $10 million last year. Joe Rogan has a massively popular podcast that's earning him in the millions of dollars, and the likes of Kylie Jenner and Jeffree Star have leveraged social media to build massive businesses. Number 11. Professional athlete. Average salary, $2.5 million. Average career lifetime, 5 years. There's never been a better time in history to be a professional athlete than it is today. The only issue is you need to perform consistently over the longest period of time possible and then figure out a way to not go broke afterwards. Let's have a look at the best of the best. In the NBA, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant earn between $30 and $40 million per year. In the NFL, Aaron Rodgers, $67 million, Aaron Donald, $40 million, and Tom Brady, $15 million. In soccer or football for those not in North America, Messi is earning $84 million in salary. Cristiano Ronaldo, $61 million. Neymar, $73 million. Last Sunday, we published a very valuable video called 15 Ways Rich People Go Broke, which you can check out by clicking in the top right corner. In it, we explain how despite earning this much money, 80% of NBA players file for bankruptcy within the first 5 years after retirement. More than half of all professional athletes end up going broke. Number 12. Professional entertainer. Actors, music, TV, and more. Salary from $250,000 to over $10 million per year. Where do we begin with this one? Well, it pays a lot of money to be a celebrity, a singer, movie star, TV show host, or actor. The list goes on. This time, we'll just pick some random celebrities and let you know how much money they earn. Ellen DeGeneres, $80 million per year. Dr. Phil, $79 million. Jimmy Kimmel, $15 million per year. Conan, $12 million. Judge Judy, $47 million a year. Kim Kardashian, $1 million per episode. The cast of Game of Thrones, Big Bang Theory, or Modern Family, $1 million per episode. The Stranger Things kids, $250,000 per episode. Movies, Black Panther's Chadwick Boseman took home $2 million for the film. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, got paid $5 million. Scarlett Johansson is about to get paid $15 million for a Black Widow movie, and the likes of Robert Downey Jr. is earning over $35 million. But it wasn't always like this. For the first Iron Man, he was paid only $500,000. Loki from the first Avengers was paid $160,000, and Ant-Man was only paid $300,000 to start in the first movie, and the competition is fierce. As for singers, Bruno Mars, $100 million per year. Drake, $40 million per year. G-Eazy, $2 million per year. The Cash Me Outside girl, somehow $1 million per year. To be honest, we believe the entire industry is moving toward new media and content as the industry is being morphed into something new. Okay then, let's talk about rich people. Number 13. Investment banker. Average salary, $200,000. Managing director, at least $1 million per year. The pay in this sector is not the raw salary, but the yearly bonus you get, sometimes larger than the salary itself. Money and money management is probably the most straightforward way to getting rich. Investment bankers help companies and governments with their financing needs. It's more of a systemic approach to financial backings with big numbers on the table. Just to give you a glimpse into the kind of salaries the best investment bankers earn per year. Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan Chase, $28.2 million per year. James Gorman, Morgan Stanley, $22.5 million a year. Lloyd Blankenfein, Goldman Sachs, $22.3 million per year. Number 14. Hedge fund manager. Average salary, $2.4 million. Best of the best, over $1 billion per year. If you thought the investment bankers were paid a lot, you're in for a treat. Out of every job position on this list, the highest yearly earnings are in the hedge fund business. A hedge fund is basically rich people coming together and pooling their money. This money gets aggressively invested by a company called a hedge fund with the purpose of getting big returns for their investors. For example, the biggest hedge fund in the world is Bridgewater Associates, with over $130 billion under management. These types of funds are reserved exclusively for the rich because normal people don't have the minimum necessary capital to play ball. When the fund makes you money, they get a percentage of it and a performance fee. So, how much money does a hedge fund manager make per year? Ray Dalio, the manager for Bridgewater Associates, took home a little over $1 billion last year. Ken Griffin, manager of Citadel, a $30 billion fund, took home $870 million, while Israel Englander from Millennium Management only paid himself $500 million. And it's at this point that you realize just how much money is out there in the world. These people are earning hundreds of millions of dollars every year. If you want to learn some more about this fascinating world and how to build this kind of wealth, we recommend you pick up Principles by Ray Dalio, the man who pays himself $1 billion a year to keep doing what he's doing. If you go to alux.com/freebook and sign up, you can get the audiobook version for free, thanks to our friends at Audible. Number 15. Business owner. Average salary, $75,000 per year. You didn't expect this one, did you? Yep, that's how much you're gonna earn if you are the 1 in 10 whose business manages to survive. The difference is that, in this case, you're in charge of how much you earn, based on the volume of work, your ability to innovate, adapt, and sell. The better you understand the market and your own business, the smarter the choices you can make. Every business is one step away from massive success, as well as one step away from failure. Knowing which direction to take it in, that is the million-dollar question. For business owners, we're not going to do a list. You know all about how much the likes of Elon or Jeff Bezos is earning. What we want you to remember is that not everybody can perform at the level of people we've mentioned throughout this piece. But if you're smart, disciplined, and picked a good industry, you might do well for yourself. If you were to pick a job from this list, which one would you pick and why? We're really curious to see what you guys think. There's no recap for this video because it didn't make much sense, but as a thank you for sticking with us all the way to the end, of course, you get a bonus. Here it is, number 16. Don't pick a job just for the money. You'll end up regretting it. Money is the most important thing in the world when you don't have it. Only after you get it are you able to see what the really important things in life are. It's not often that people choose to move away from money just to save themselves. In large companies, there's an idea called the golden handcuffs. It's when a job pays so well that it imprisons you forever. To the best of our knowledge, you only get one life, and it's a shame to trade it away for material things beyond the necessary. You'll never find the end of the rainbow. There's no reward there. Your life is golden, so don't let it go to waste. If you've watched this video up until this point, please write the word gold in the comments if you understand how valuable your life actually is. Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an A-Luxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.